How you doing, everybody? I ain't gonna keep y'all too long. Just want to get a few things off of my spirit. You see, I got a shirt on that says "It is what it is," because it is what it is. Regardless of whatever you believe, regardless of whatever I believe, it is what it is. When Christ came and he preached to the people, one of the reasons why they ultimately delivered him up to be killed was because of how he spoke to the people. If you actually read the scriptures, it says that he came with power and authority. And there was an incident where he was preaching in the temple, in the synagogue, in front of the scribes, Pharisees, Sadducees, and so on and so on. And when he got done preaching, the Bible says, the Word of God says, that the people went to go lay hands on him and take him to this, what we call a cliff. Because a lot of time the cities were built on mountains and stuff like that, and they were going to throw him headlong, throw him what we would say head first over the cliff, so he can fall down and die. Not because he put his hands on them, not because he put a sword out, not because he put a weapon out. Well, in that sense, a physical weapon, but because he spoke what he spoke, and he called them out for what they are, what they were back then, and what they are now. We live in a day and age where people have another Jesus, they have another Christ. They don't have a Christ that's full of power. They don't have a Christ that's full of authority. They have a Christ that doesn't offend nobody, when it comes to other gods or whatever. Oh, we shouldn't say this. Look, let me explain something to you. I don't know what type of Christianity y'all grew up on, but the Christianity, what we call Christianity in 2023, or what we call Christian, which means follower of Christ, we don't go for that bull jive. The Holy One of Israel that I serve, and the one that my true brothers and sisters serve, he don't raise up no punks. He don't raise up no cowards. We don't give a damn about your ancestors. We don't give a damn about your gods. We don't give a damn about any of that. We don't. We simply don't. You may say the same thing. Well, we don't give a damn. We already know you don't. We already know you don't. We already say these different things. But I think y'all need to hear from us. We don't give a damn. We are here to offend. Y'all give me a second. I don't want to lose my spot. We are here to offend. I'm going to say that one more time. We are here to offend. The message of the gospel is offensive. Telling people what they should or shouldn't be doing is offensive, because most people do not like to be told what they, don't like to be told what to do. So when we say Buddha, Muhammad, Islam, whatever, we don't give a damn about none of them. And you have every right to feel the same way in regards to what we believe. The issue is that for some reason y'all think that we're supposed to back down. If you're going to play a basketball game, you're going to play ball, rather it's, organized basketball, rather, pickup game or whatever, you step in that court, you step on that court, and you're playing the game. You're playing to win. I don't care who's on that court. I don't care if they got Shaq. See, y'all get mesmerized at this and mesmerized at that. I don't care if Shaq was on the court. I don't care if it was LeBron. I'm on the court. We're going to play. Now, they may very well win, but they're not just finna just, oh, I'm starstruck. It's LeBron James. And guess what? LeBron ain't going to respect you. LeBron ain't going to respect you if you got in that court and you didn't give your all. Now, just imagine you give your all and then, let's say you have a moment. It's coming down to the wire. You get the shot. You hit the three or you hit the bucket on LeBron and the crowd goes crazy. What LeBron going to do? He got no choice but to give you respect. But y'all sorry ass niggas, y'all, get on the court, get on the world and everything, and then you think that nobody can't say nothing. You think that we as Christians, The men who are in the position that we are in, we ain't supposed to say nothing. Because we say something, that we're not being loving. We are the one that started. Ain't nobody tell y'all to come on our page. Ain't nobody tell y'all to comment. And so when we clap back, oh, like for real, I don't know what y'all thinking. You're not even using any common sense. You're not even using any common sense. I'm sitting right here on my porch. If somebody comes up in my yard, that's a threat. I didn't give you authority to cross my gun line. Now, if you cross my gun line, then you may get the gun, right? That's just pretty simple. You cross the gun line, you may get the gun. I pray and I hope I don't have to use the gun. But if you cross that gun line, then, hey, it is what it is, especially if you are put me in a situation where you are on threatening my family. Now, I try to avoid situations like that. I speak what I speak. I stay in my lane. But guess what? Just like this page is my kingdom, where I'm at right now sitting in my porch, this is my kingdom. This is a part of my kingdom. So if I'm coming to your house, I'm finna run my mouth, then guess what? I better have some artillery to back it up. You know why? Once I cross that gun line, let's use some common sense here. Once I cross that gun line onto your property, once I cross that gun line onto your property, I don't know what you got. I'm coming knock on your door and then check you on something. Your people are already surrounding me. I may not make it out. I may not make it out. You got your dogs right there. They coming to get me. And I'm sitting there talking heavy. I'm talking heavy. And then you're like, okay, yeah, I hear you. I'm not realizing, because of my pride, that I'm dead. I'm dead. Even though I got my crew back there, I'm in your territory. I've crossed your gun line. So I may not even make it back. Right? I may not even make it back to my people. Yet if I was who I really say I was, speaking in that context, I would have to be ready to die going into that situation. Like, okay, I'll be the sacrifice, if I have to be the sacrifice for my crew to come in and wreak havoc. But y'all are stepping in people's territories, running off of the mouth, and then when somebody unload the heavy artillery, then you, oh my God, oh. Like, what do you expect? We are at war. You may not be at war, or you may not see you at war, but we at war. Don't come on my property. Don't come to my kingdom if you are not ready, because I'm a soldier. I am a soldier. I walk like a soldier, talk like a soldier, think like a soldier. Everything is strategic. If you would put your pride aside, you would see that on my Facebook post. You would see what I say. Hey, I would tell you it's a trap. I can tell people it's a trap and they dumbasses will still fall in the trap. I can tell people it's a trap and they dumbasses will still fall in the trap. You know why? Because they can't help themselves. They cannot help themselves. But once you cross that gun line, it is what it is. In the same way with me. Once I cross that gun line, then I gotta be ready. I gotta be ready when I'm going behind enemy lines. Now let's go over to the scriptures. I'm gonna give y'all a few of them and I'm gonna get out of here. And our brethren, when I came to you, came not with excellency of speech or of wisdom, declaring unto you the testimony of God. For I determined not to know anything among you save Jesus Christ and him crucified. And I was with you in weakness and in fear and in much trembling. And my speech and my preaching was not with enticing words of man's wisdom, but in demonstration of what? Of the Spirit and of power. Why? Why? That your faith should not stand in the wisdom of men, but in the power of God. You know why I preach the way I preach? With power and authority. You know why I talk the way I talk? He just told you. So that your faith should not stand in the wisdom of men, but in the power of God. So you can see the power of God. If I sit here and tell you and keep on proving it over and over again, then at some point in time, you need to believe. All these years, you ain't see me back down. I just get bolder and bolder. And people should know that. Like, when somebody come on my Facebook page and they get talking crazy, I get excited. Oh, like, oh Lord, here we go. Oh, I didn't got one. I didn't got one. And then somebody say something stupid in the midst of their feelings. And the crazy thing is this. I tell you all the time, stop talking from your feelings. Stop talking from your feelings. If you are a formidable opponent, I would tell you, okay, that was a good one. That was a good one. You got me with that one. I'll be back. I'll be back. I ain't got no answer for that. But guess what? I will be back. Oh, Lord. Think not that I am come to send peace on earth. I came not to send peace, but a sword. I came not to send peace on what? On the earth, but a sword. I don't give a damn about your ancestors. I don't give a damn about your sage and your herb that you're burning, your incense. I don't give a damn about your crystals and whatever else. I don't give a damn. We don't give a damn either. Cool. So now we're on the same page. At least we are on the same page. At least we got all the smoke and the fluff and puff out the way, and we are understanding that we both don't give a damn. You don't give a damn about my God, and I definitely don't give a damn about your God. So at least we on that same page, right? Let's go, let's go, let's go. For I am come to set a man at variance against his father, and the daughter against her mother, and the daughter-in-law against her mother-in-law. And a man's foes shall be they of his own household. He that loveth father or mother more than me is not worthy of me. And he that loveth son or daughter more than me is not worthy of me. And he that taketh not his cross and followeth after me is not worthy of me. He that findeth his life shall lose it, and he that loseth his life for my sake shall find it. So you really think we give a crap about your gods and your ancestors or whatever? We don't. We don't. The people I rock with, they don't. Now, I can't speak for the rest of these coward-ass Christians, the ones that profess to believe the Bible. I can't speak for them because most of them are exactly that. They're cowards. They are exactly that, cowards. Now, let me get this other scripture where we at. Okay, I think it's right here. Yeah. Get that right there. If any man come to me and hate not his father and mother and wife and children and brethren and sisters, yea, and his own life also, he cannot be my disciple. And whosoever doth not bear his cross and come after me cannot be my disciple. For which of you intending to build a tower sitteth not down first and counteth the cost, whether he have sufficient to finish it? Meaning you're going to build something and you just jump into it and then you can't even finish it, and then, you know, people is mocking you. How many people you know do that? They'll never finish nothing. Less happily, after he hath laid the foundation and is not able to finish it, all that behold it began to mock him, saying, this man began to build and was not able to finish. So he's giving a parable. Now he's going to go deeper with it. Or what king going to make war against another king sitteth not down first and consulteth whether he be able with 10,000 to meet him that cometh against him with 20,000. So you coming with 20,000. We ain't got 10,000. We 300 strong. We may not even be 300 strong. At least you can't. We more than 300 strong, but you know, we more than 10,000. But all you see is a few. Oh, they only got 300. They only got 300. They only got 10,000. We got 20,000. We can take them. Or else, while the other is yet a great way off, he sendeth an ambassage and desireth conditions of peace. When you ever see me sit here on Facebook or social media or in person, whatever, and beg for conditions of peace? Some of you have been around for a long time, and you've seen some of the stuff that I went through, even when it was what 100,000 people coming at me. Some of you know what I'm talking about. Some of you know what I'm talking about. 100,000 people coming or more. Did I back down one time? I didn't. Did I? Did I desire conditions of peace? I didn't. Did I? Did I beg for mercy and forgiveness from these people? I didn't, did I? I stood my ground. 10,000, 20,000, 30,000, 40,000, 50,000, 60,000, 70,000, 80,000, 90,000, 100,000, 100 million, 100 billion, 100 trillion, 100 what come out that quadrillion? I don't know. Put it how many of you want. Put the number at whatever number you want. We didn't bag back. We didn't fall back, did we? Because that's not what we do. We've already counted the cost. We've already sat down at this war that we are in and consulted whether we can take the 100 million or whatever the number may be. This is why you don't see me bag back. We've already counted the cost. At war, y'all just looking at a battle. You're looking at a battle. We 10, 20, 30 steps ahead. Oh, he got him. He crossed him over. Oh, he dropped him, whatever. All this other stuff, right? You're looking at a moment in time. What about when the clock hits triple zeros? What about when the clock hits triple zeros? That's what we worried about. Oh, so-and-so, he dunked on him. Yeah, I got dunked on. But you better believe I'm going to dunk on you 2, 3, 4, 5 times. You better believe we still going to get that championship ring. You got a highlight. You got one highlight reel. We got a room full of trophies. And those trophies are the heads of your gods. The trophies are the heads of your demons or whatever. The trophies are the heads of your prophets. That's what our trophy room consists of. And we coming for their heads. We got their heads. Now you may agree with that or not. You may say, well, we got your heads. Okay. You can believe that. You can think that. That is your choice, right? That is, your choice. You have every right. Yet we are still in the ring. We are still on the field. We have no fear. We have counted the cost, and we are willing to pay the cost that comes along with what we are talking about. Now, I think there was one more I wanted to get for y'all, but let me see real fast. Yeah. Let me get that. So it says, others said, this is the Christ, but some said, shall Christ come out of Galilee? Have not the scriptures said that Christ cometh of the seed of David and out of the town of Bethlehem, where David was? So there was a division among the people because of him. There was a division among the people because of who? Because of Christ. And some of them would have taken him, but no man laid hands on him. So this is a different incident. Some of them, they were ready to take him and kill him because of his words, his mouth. And the words are spiritual. But at that particular point in time, they were not able to. Then came the officers to the chief priests and Pharisees, and they said unto them, why have ye not brought him? The officers answered, never man spake like this man. Why y'all didn't get him? Because anybody speak like him. We afraid. we afraid. This man is saying stuff that people don't normally say. He calling people for what they are. And this is the same spirit, this is the same power that has been given to each and every person that is what we call a believer. A believer. And so, when y'all try to come for us and say what you say, I don't know what you're thinking. I really don't. Because if you had any lick of sense, if you had any lick of discernment, then you wouldn't be so reckless with your words and you wouldn't be so reckless running on the front line. They don't even do that in the military. As advanced as the American military is, when them soldiers go to war, they don't just run out on the front lines like big ass dummies. There is an order, there is structure, there is a what we call a game plan. There's a strategy to what they're doing. They don't just go over to Afghanistan and say, hey, we finna just run out here and we don't know nothing about this place. Because they're going to get killed. Oh, snap. They're going to get slaughtered. Even though the American military may be superior, which we know it is, to the Afghanis, the Iranians and stuff like that, there is still a level of respect for the enemy. Because all it takes is, one suicide bomber or whatever. I mean, you could say, okay, you're a suicide bomber. All it takes is just one. I may be that suicide bomber that's going to take out your whole platoon because now I'm the sacrifice. That's a distraction for the rest of my people to come and get you. Now your whole battalion is taken out and you're the only one to survive, and you got to go back home and live with that you got your people killed because you want to be prideful and you want to be stupid and not have no respect for your enemy. Just because I said I don't give a damn about these gods and whatever everybody else believes don't mean that I don't have a level of respect in regards to the spiritual war that we are fighting and what they are capable of. I'm just being real. It's crazy that you're not even in the military of us. You're in a completely different military fighting with whoever you fight with when they are the ones that should be telling you this stuff. See, we can tell you these different things because you can't stop it. Your drill sergeant, your people, your commanders, they should be telling you this stuff. My question is, why aren't they? They got y'all running into battle like dummies, not prepared, and then you wondering like, what happened? What happened? Now you running back and they got to tell you what's really going on. Like, you should never went over there. You should never went over there. I know what some of y'all saying, well, your God sent you to battle blindly. Where does it say that at? Where does it say that God sends us into battle blindly? He says to have faith. Faith in what? Faith in him who is our commander in chief. So that's no different than a soldier signing up for the United States military, because I was in the military before. My wife was, my dad was, my uncles was, even on my wife's side, we come from a long line of soldiers. It's no different. You sign up for the military and you got to report to your drill sergeant, your commander, or whoever, is above you. You still got to trust them. You go into war, you got to trust the structure of the army. Even if you don't agree with what they're doing, even if you don't agree with what you're doing, you got to trust them to a certain extent. And if you don't, there's consequences to that. So I don't know what y'all are thinking. I don't know what you're doing. Like, we're not running into battle blindly. We trust our commander in chief. We trust our drill sergeants. We trust our training. We trust our battle buddy next to us, because that's bone of our bone, flesh of our flesh. We want him or her to make it home just like we want to make it home. So we're going to do what we got to do in righteousness to protect them, and they're going to do the same thing. They're going to protect us. But all this, you're running into battle blindly stuff and every blind faith, I don't know where y'all get that from. We are strategic. We don't, most of us, I'm speaking about, the people that I rock with. I can't speak for everybody else. But when we speak, there's purpose, there's intent, there's meaning, there's strategy behind it. When we speak, they are weapons of warfare. When we speak, it may be a nuclear bomb going off. We may drop a bomb called Big Mama, Big Daddy. Here come the Big Daddy. And you don't even realize it because you're too blind by your pride. You're too blind by your pride that you can't see what's really going on. And when we tell you these different things, you still don't get it. That's the crazy thing. We tell you we're at war. What's so funny about that? If we're telling you we're at war and then we're combating you in a warlike manner, I don't see that funny. I think you might want to protect yourself. You might want to pick up your sword. I'll give you a chance to pick up your sword. I ain't gonna take you out like that unless I just need to. Pick your sword up and defend yourself, man, or just get out the way and get out the battlefield. Cause the stuff y'all doing is it don't make no sense. It don't make no sense. Y'all just out here. I don't know what to say. I don't know what to say. But like I said, just a little short video. I'm out. Y'all have a blessed one.